Hello everyone, before it gets started, yes, you read the title right. The era of Sense and Smack is about to pass. And what does that mean for me? Well, I'll discuss it on the last word. But this ain't the last word, I just started the show. So, I'm gonna light it up right now and kick off another episode. What do you say about that? We good with that? Okay, let's cue the intro. Hello everyone, I hope this show finds you well. Welcome to the Brandon Dilworth Show. This is the show of Sense and Smack, and you read the other half of my title right. I'm going to talk about them. Given the circumstances, I have to talk about them again. But I don't want to talk about them just yet. So with that, let's rock and roll with this feel good content. Nothing says true love like risking rabies for views of a squirrel experiencing affection for the first time. I know Cesar Millan is a dog whisperer. I wish he was a squirrel whisperer because eventually he's gonna need some training on how not to bite those pretty little thumbs of this guy who's recording. Okay, well that's enough ridiculing for me. After all, it's not really our business if two people of a different species are nuts about each other. Before I break my promise I made almost a year ago, I want to give a quick prayer to those in Florida, here in Georgia, as well as Tennessee, because there's some crazy chick named Helene that's going around, to say the very least. Not for sexual favors, but as a hurricane. Hope everybody is safe, alive, and well from that. But right now, as I stated, I'm going to mess myself up by talking about them. But given the circumstances, and especially with election season going on,
America, save America. America is in frightening times like never before. Join our fearless leader as we drive the wild animals out of the White House. Save America, save America. Text not that old to 22112. Save America, save America.
The same stinking ads. The same. Anyway, I'd rather talk about them than what you just saw. With that, it's time for the
Falcons Welfare Check.
We got 3 games to talk about. I want to get it over with. Okay? Hit the music. Alright, first up, we got the Steelers, right? It says so on the graphic. And that was ugly. But ugly. I'm talking Tesla Cybertruck PS1 graphics stuck on 99%, but ugly. While the Falcons defense was just stellar. I love seeing Grady Jarrett back too. And Jesse Bates and all those guys, I love them. The Falcons offense was Kenny. Like no life. Gone. Dead. Rack up a field goal and a touchdown, and the Steelers with their broken selves since Ben Roethlisberger left, they actually picked up a win. And how they pick up a win, folks? It's 10-18. Guess how they picked up the win? 6 field goals. 6 field goals. 6 times 3, 18. And that's how they won. Like, I understand it's the start of the NFL season, so everybody's gonna be playing ugly for the month of September. But doggone, that's the best way to kick off your season. And from that moment on, I was filled with a sense of dread for this team. Because I felt in my heart they were gonna go 0-3, enter Monday Night Football against the Eagles. All the conditions were perfect for an Eagles win. And then, last minutes of the 4th quarter came along. Saquon Barkley of the Eagles dropped the pass. Kirk Cousins came out onto the field thereafter. And those guys played like a well-oiled machine. And on the Falcons' final drive, they scored a touchdown. They actually came back. And on the Eagles' final drive, the Falcons defense managed to score an interception. Jesse Bates with the pick. Man, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Kirk Cousins do play like a cyborg. When Drake London scored that touchdown, I was stunned. Okay, my mom was in the next room and she couldn't believe it. She thought that the Falcons, blew it, lost the game. I was so wrong. I was so glad to be wrong when it came to the Eagles. So, did that change my perception for the Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs? Probably not, but it was going to be a thrilling game. And let's go with that to Kansas City. And I gotta give it to not only the Chiefs fans, but the Steelers fans, because they hijacked Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They were louder than the Falcons fans in that stadium. Think about it, Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the home of the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United. The Steelers fans and the Chiefs fans, they hijacked the doggone stadium. They were louder than the Falcons fans. My goodness, that's how far the Falcons have fallen. Onto the game. It was thrilling. Kirk Cousins opened it up to score a touchdown. That was dope, man. The Falcons defense just as stellar. I even though they lost, unfortunately, on the final drive, I think they could have run the ball. But man, that was a thrilling game. The Falcons' offensive line was absolutely impressive. I gotta show a pic. I'm gonna show it to you right now. That, my friends, is pass interference. So, am I gonna go on a rant again about how the Falcons were screwed again by refs? I went on that rant 2 years ago. And by the way, NFL Amazon, it's been 2 years since I released that rant. You owe me 7 months of pride. That's how long I've stuck with this team, ever since Super Bowl 51. Don't get me started on that. We just go see if we're gonna have lemon pepper wings and garlic parmesan wings, or if we're gonna have barbecue spicy hot wings that are gonna make my face go like this. What the season of Sense and Smack is about to pass, and there's no easy way for me to have to say that. But it's been on my chest for the past few months, and this battery is about to unalive itself, so I think we better get it out the way. This is probably my final year doing this show. You know, when I brought back this show in 2020, I had a hiatus starting from 2017 all the way up to the pandemic. I made 2 promises to myself. When I first came back, I said I want to make this show better than I left it back in 2017. And not to brag, but I feel like I did. And the other promise that I'm going to make, that I made almost 4 years ago, ending the show on my terms. And what a perfect year to do so. Between the election that we go and blame and the Falcons' flakiness that we go and blame on whatever. Probably the refs, probably other athletes, but I digress. And between all the videos of some folks acting a fool. We're going to have a good time for the next few months. And I'll save all my thank yous for right now, and maybe possible tears. But I want to thank every last one of you, wherever you see my first episode or you seen my last episode, wherever it's just your first episode that you've seen me. Thank you so much for your viewership, your support, and thank you for allowing me to be on your screens, wherever they're the phone, the computer, or even the television. I want to thank you for all of your support. And let's rock and roll for these next few months. Because I gotta tell you, they're gonna be smacking. They gonna be smacking for show, like my drums right here. And on that note, that is it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and click on the bell. Speaking of the drums, be sure to stream my debut EP, Tunes of the Ancient Man, available wherever you listen to music. And until we meet again, stay safe, God bless, and don't forget to love yourself and one another.